makes me want to have a bowl. So right guys, let's get stuck into today's 420 news, because again, the first bit of 420 news today is featuring myself. Campaign of civil disobedience continues to capture the attention of the public. Yes, and before I go any further, I'd like to just say quickly, nice one there to the Hype, who's after supporting the show and is saying light one up for tomorrow, guys. Hype won't be able to attend tomorrow, but certainly thanks for your support of the show there, Hype, and I'll make sure I have a big fatty rolled up with your name in it, and we'll blaze that one strong and proud for you. So thanks again, Hype, for your support of the show there, much appreciated. But as I say, guys, the campaign for civil disobedience has been continuing to capture the attention of the public, with a more recent number of articles coming out. The first one I'd like to touch off of was the one that was put out on Cork Bio. So this was an article that was put out in Cork Bio titled "Cork Cannabis Activist Vows to Step Up Gardening Campaign." And it says a Northsider who has a degree in herbal sciences is willing to do jail time in his fight against drug prohibition. So again, a very well written article here by Emer Macaulay over on Cork Bio. So do get over and check that out as well. Again, a very well written article, again highlighting some very worthy causes here. Again, hashtag bring Alicia home and the hashtag talk to Vera in there as well. So again, another great highlighting of the campaign around the need for reform of our policies around cannabis here in Ireland. Again, hashtag Cannabis Reform Ireland. And then the second article that was covering it was featured over on RTE. I actually managed to make RTE and all, like happy days. This was an interview I done yesterday or 2 days ago with Brian O'Connell. Sat down with Brian O'Connell back at the scene of the crime down there at the footbridge, and we had a lovely conversation there. And again, another well-written article here highlighting the campaign again. They do give air to some of the concerns in an interview actually that I did earlier today with RTE. This was an interview that was aired over on the Claire Byrne show on RT Radio 1 earlier this morning. So again, it was a very good coverage of the campaign, getting the message out there, which is the more important thing of this, is the message carried by the action. That is, cannabis prohibition is failing. It's causing suffering amongst our patient population, and it's causing even more suffering then as well amongst the younger generations there who've been time and time again targeted because of this. And yeah, Irish Empire was saying here, I heard you on the radio this morning as well. Yeah, it was very good. It was good coverage of it. Again, you know, they had one of me up there speaking my part, and then they got two people speaking against me. So there was a bit of imbalance there. But even in the people speaking against me, we had up there Michael Guerin, who I've had on the show, not as a guest, but as a feature of news pieces before. Michael Guerin's situated with Cumvera, which is an addiction a specialist here in Ireland, where people go to seek treatment, but he's actually come out in that news piece to say opposing legalisation but being in support of decriminalisation, which is a new one for me to be hearing. They come from somebody like Michael Guerin. As much as I've known of Michael Guerin over the years, I've never heard him to express any support for decriminalisation, so to even hear him do that is certainly a reflection of a changing in the tide that's happening around us, that drug policy reform is certainly on the horizon for us, and we just have to keep the pressure up, keep on making this an issue out there, and keep on airing your experiences. Because, you know, the only thing we get exposed to through the media is the negative stories around drugs, people being brought to court for drugs, people's lives being destroyed because of drugs. We need to start hearing from the people whose lives have not been devastated by drugs, because I would imagine you make up 90% of the population drug users, while the 10% have been getting the focus put on them over the last number of years because of this prohibition. So again, people, just keep up the pressure. Change is certainly on the horizon. Cannabis legalisation is certainly going to happen here in Ireland very soon. I can just feel it. So we have to keep this momentum up again tomorrow, guys. Get out there, major cannabis protest for cannabis reform in Ireland. If you want to see change, tomorrow's your opportunity to do it, and to join me and hundreds and hopefully thousands of others in engaging in civil disobedience, because it is certainly capturing the attention of the public. The media cannot ignore these acts of civil disobedience, because they're powerful campaigns to be involved in. So again, people, you know, it's not an easy ask, but I would encourage more people to get out there and get involved in campaigns such as this. I will be calling on more people to join me as we march to maybe a Garda station here in Cork, and go in with some cannabis plants or something like that. But all to come in good time. It makes me want to have a bowl.